So I think we can open it up to questions if anybody has. And actually, before we do that, we have a couple of special guests who I'd like to bring down here to help us answer questions, since they probably know more about this than any of us and can be very helpful. Soren, Andle, and Dan David, please come down.
So while Dan and Soren are coming down, let me get it started, Jed. So you described one of your colleagues kind of bringing you this story. What caught you up with this story? Like, what made you know that there was a film here?
What really struck me was less the specifics of the story and more the basic idea of being lied to and being sick of being lied to. And I think Dan articulates this in the film. I feel like in our society today, this is you guys aren't subject to this so much, but south of the border, we're often subject to being lied to, and it just starts to grate on you. And this story to me was a particular way to look at the consequences of that and to see somebody or a number of people who were going after that, just trying to go after the truth. And to me, it was really a story about, through all of the complexity of the finance world, just searching for the truth and asking to just be told the truth. That's what I really identified with.
Alex, no one knows more than you about digging into a complex story like this, and maybe no one knows more than you about how difficult it is to make something that we've just watched and been able to absorb, and seems very easy to explain when we watch Jed's film, but I know that there's a lot of work that goes in behind that. I wonder if you could just take a minute to describe and appreciate some of the work that Jed has done that we don't get to see.
Well, enormous credit to Jed, who really, wrestled a very, very complicated story and made it, so engaging and easy to understand. And I think Jed takes a page. One of the things that I learned when I was making the film Enron, The Smartest Guys in the Room, was, there was a reporter from Fortune magazine, Bethany McLean, and Enron was pulling the wool over everyone's eyes, and basically they were playing a playground game, and they were saying to people, if you're not smart enough to understand what we're doing, then I'm not going to bother to explain it to you. And that was satisfying enough for most people. And Jeff Skilling and Ken Lay were at the top of the game. Jeff Skilling, I think, was named the greatest, the top CEO in America. But Bethany McLean asked a simple question, and she just said over and over again, how does Enron make its money? And it was a simple question, but she never got a satisfying answer. And it was on the basis of that simple question that everything began to crumble. To Jed's enormous credit, he kept asking the simple question too. How does this work? And that is really how, and that's what Dan and Soren did. You ask the simple question, and if you don't get a good answer, you keep asking that question until you do. And that, I think, is the key to what Jed has done here.
Soren, let me ask you, when you watch this film, this is a world you've been living in for a few years, what strikes you about the telling of this story?
Well, first of all, that's got to be the biggest applause in the history of short selling. We're not the world's most popular people, and one of the things that, anyone who's involved in the market, there's so many misconceptions about who shorts are and what we do in our process. But at the end of the day, we're just people with investment opinions. I think Jed really faithfully tells this story in a way that, doesn't make us out to be, this is not a charity that we're running, this is a business, but at the same time, we do take greater meaning from the fact that we do provide the truth in this. We get up in the morning because it is more than just money.
Dan, what do you hope people are going to take away from this film?
I have a simple question that Bethany McLean asked. It was quite simple. we did something here. I don't know if it was good. I hope it was. But what are you going to do? Because when this is all over, this is just a movie. And if you don't do something, and you don't get involved in your own personal finances, and understand what Chinese held securities you have in your 401k, and the indifference that your politicians have to your financial well-being, then it was for nothing. So what I hope for this is that you see that I am an incredibly average person. I mean, painfully average. So I'm you. And you need to get up and do something besides seeing a movie. Leave here today and take charge of your own financial life, because nobody else gives a damn.
Let me take some questions. I don't know if protection booth, you can bring any more house lights up, but I'll make do if you can. But wave your hand here, right here. I see a hand up. Yep. Yeah, you there with holding the book up?
Yeah, just general question. Do you have a prediction for when, say, the next big crisis or big drop will be, say, if it involves?
December 17th. Next question.
Take it to the bank.
You know,
Next report.
when we started making this film, a number of the people in the film were talking about different event horizons for when they thought a debt overhang in China would explode or various other problems would happen. And at the end of the day, you know, these are very, very complicated questions. These guys and other people who were in the film take very elaborate financial positions on them that they completely adjust. So I certainly shouldn't be taking that advice from me. You can ask these guys. But I think the main thing is we, as Dan said, we just want to be vigilant and we want to advocate for more transparency so that when something is coming down the pipe, and there's always the next one, we're able to hopefully head it off or adjust to it. We're able to know at least what we're dealing with.
Let's get a question. Oops. Hand in the front row there.
This is a very complex story. On something like this, how do you make a decision on how do you edit parts of the story so that you weave it together for the message, but still you need to make a decision on what to leave aside?
That's a good question. I mean, it's a complicated process with this. We obviously have to be true to the events as they happen. I think what we try to do is use the Occam's razor concept and say only what is absolutely necessary and remove everything else. And it's a long process. Alex was tremendously helpful coming in with notes at certain junctures, and actually a number of the people up there had great notes. That's why I say it's a group process, because it's so complicated. You get a little twisted around in it. It's always good to check in with people who are seeing it at least fresh by a few more weeks and can say, this you don't need, or this I don't understand. We repeated some things, we left some things out. These guys are still suggesting edits to me earlier today. But it's a long process.
So, the thing about a documentary is the film ends, but the stories keep on going. You've wrapped up editing this film this summer. What do you think we should be paying attention to, going forward into the fall, whether it's bank deregulation happening or other activities of some of the companies that you've covered here?
I would defer to the shorts. Do you guys want to speak to this? What we should be, what should?
What stock should I be shorting right now?
The one I released my next report on. I'm not a short. I am short, but I'm not a short seller. And I say that because I don't have the talent to be a short seller. I mean, a short seller really, at its core, is somebody that's so technically proficient that they understand what a chart tells them to do. I find a company that's lying, cheating, and stealing, and I run outside my front door and start screaming about it. That, if you want to call me a short seller, that's fine, I just don't feel like I have that kind of talent. What we should be looking for right now is for ourselves. We should be looking to change regulation. I mean, I want to ask anybody here, what valuation would you put on Apple if they could steal the company and nobody goes to jail? Would it be worth what it's worth? Would General Electric be worth what it's worth? So after you watch this movie, is Jack Ma from Alibaba prosecutable? No. He lives in China. He is a Chinese citizen. And if he steals the entire stake of Alibaba, he cannot be prosecuted in China. And it's the largest IPO in US history. We can't be mad at them. This is our problem. We did this. We allow this. We say it's okay. So I think we just need to look within ourselves. The time is coming when the bottom is going to fall out for China. And everybody here is going to feel it because every pension is in it. And for those of you here, you're going to feel worse than the rest if you don't do something about it. I'm just saying.
Courtesy warned. Okay, we've got time for maybe one more question. Who's got one? Someone waving their hand kind of far back, yeah, in the white.
Yes, I believe that short selling should be actually banned, as an investment tool, because it doesn't really do anything to make value to a stock or to a company that requires funds to work. So I don't understand why the regulators cannot make, a rule that short selling should be.
Got it. Should we ban short selling?
I'm gonna say something short, and I'm gonna give it short, and then I'm gonna give it to the short sellers to answer. The reason is the short sellers are doing what the regulators aren't doing, and they're policing the market in a way that the regulators aren't. So over to the short sellers.
You really want to take this?
I don't know you. I can't even see you. With all deference to your question, that's ridiculous. I mean, it's epically ridiculous not to be able to tell both sides of every story. Okay? So there is a positive side to the story. It's called a 10Q, a quarterly report from the company. A 10K, the annual report from the company. There is an 8K, any kind of press release from the company. At no point do they talk about how great things are going. By the way, we're a fraud. So if we're not going to do it, who's going to do it? You? I've been lied to. I've been cheated. They stole from me. And they're not going to do it again. They're going to do it to you. And that's your business. But they're not going to do it to me.
So, Jed, as we wrap up here, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is the first audience in the world to see the film. What's next for the China Hustle?
Well, that's a good question. We're hoping to bring it out into the world as broadly as possible.
Your agents from the United Talent Agency are over there ready to do business.
Right, they're there. Phones are on the ready. And just hopefully get as many people as possible to see it and to start thinking about these issues and to raise a ruckus for our representatives to really think about them and take some action, the type of things that we've been talking about on the general.
Well, please go out and share what you've heard about the China Hustle. There's another screening of it coming up. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for seeing the China Hustle.